on, Eric. All we're going to do is talk to the man. We're not going to upset him or anything. We'll just ask him not to do it again. Well, come on. Just leave the talking to me.
Oh, it's you.
Could we come in for a moment, Mr. Flint?
You're the girl with the dog.
Yes. It's rather important.
All right, but I haven't got all day.
Mr. Flint, I've come to ask if you could possibly stop your dog from chasing Eric.
Eric?
Well, it's happened 3 times in the last fortnight.
You're talking about your dog?
Well, you see, when Hannibal's running loose in the park, he goes for small dogs like Eric. He may not mean to, but he bounces all over them. He had bruises all round his ribs last time.
They're a very energetic breed, Alsatians. Perhaps your dog should keep out of his way.
He tries to, Mr. Flint, but he's only got little legs. He can't run fast enough.
The trouble with people like you is you don't know what dogs are about, do you?
Sorry?
You think that that is some sort of human being in a dog skin. Well, it's not. It's an animal. A pack animal. See those?
I know your dog's won a lot of competitions.
Working dog trials for working dogs. A dog's there to earn his keep, do something useful. Now, when your dog can track, trail, and obey commands like mine, maybe, just maybe, I might have some time for it. But until then, he's just going to have to lump it. It's the law of the jungle out there, young lady. If your dog can't take it, then maybe he should stay at home with his mummy where it's safe.
They have people who say things like that at school.
Well, I'm glad to hear it.
They're called bullies. Goodbye, Mr. Flint.
Will you make sure he stays out of my way, that's all?
Don't worry, Eric. There's always Plan B. What's Plan B, I hear you ask? Brilliant, Eric. You'll see. All you have to do is sit inside here holding the bone. That's the bait. And wait for him to come over. Now, what he won't know is that this wire is attached to my bicycle lamp battery. And that when he touches it, boom! What do you think? Oh, it won't really hurt him if that's what's worrying you. It's only a little shock. But the point is, he won't like it. And after a few times, he'll associate coming near you with something he doesn't like. And he won't want to anymore. Pretty neat, eh? Trust me, Eric. It can work. Okay, good luck. And remember, all you have to do is sit there. Eric, are you all right? I didn't say it would work first time. You have to let the association build up.
The only thing that dog associates with me is getting a free bone and having the pleasure of trampling me into the mud.
All right, I'll think of something else.
And that's what worries me, Rachel. Look, thanks for trying, but forget it, okay? I'm gonna get myself washed up before Mum sees me.
Rachel,
I have a word? It's just that we're a bit worried about him.
In what way?
Mrs. Banks noticed in the bath last night.
He was covered in bruises all round his ribs.
Goodness. I wonder what happened.
He says he's not been sleeping well and falls out of bed a lot.
We think he might be being bullied at school. Have you noticed anything?
No. I don't think so.
We wondered if you could ask around, see if you could find out what was going on.
We know he has to fight his own battles and that, but, well, we're a bit concerned.
They're a bit concerned, Eric.
So am I.
They think you're being bullied.
Well, they're right.
And you know what happens when your mum gets interested? We're going to have to come up with another plan pretty quick.
I already have.
Great. What can I do?
I don't think anything, really. It's something I have to work out myself.
Dog's got to do what a dog's got to do, eh?
I'll be in touch.
Some sort of project, he says.
I got your message, Eric. Wow. I got your message, Eric.
Oh,
What is all this? What are you doing?
hi, Rachel. I've been trying to find out about barking.
Barking.
Yeah, and I think I've got it. Hey, listen to this.
It's a dog barking.
That's dog language for take one step nearer and you're dead.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I got the idea that morning we went round to Mr. Flint's. Remember how his dog growled at me? I knew what he was saying, Rachel. I'm a dog, I could understand it. He was saying, get off my patch. And I thought, if I knew how, I could answer him. I could tell him to back off.
You've been studying dog language.
Yes, I suppose I have.
Wow. Dr. Doolittle time. You can talk to animals.
Not actually talk. They don't use words exactly, but certain sounds mean particular emotions.
Right.
Though in fact, it's a bit more complicated than that, because what a bark means depends on size, breed, and seems to be sort of dialects as well. That's all these subdivisions here. I filled 6 notebooks trying to work it out.
But you've done it.
I think so.
So next time that Alsatian goes for you...
All I have to do is tell him that if he gets one step nearer...
There he is. Are you sure about this? You wouldn't like me to stay? Okay. And I'll get it all on tape for the news at 10. Good luck.
They never learn, do they? Off you go then, boy. Good boy. he always likes the park very much. Heel, boy, heel.
What happened, Eric? What went wrong?
I just don't understand it.
Maybe you got the wrong bar.
I can't have, Rachel. I went over it again and again.
You said yourself it was complicated. All those dialects, different pitches for different dogs.
If only there was someone I could ask.
You mean like an expert in dog languages? I don't know where you'd find anyone like that, Eric. I mean, Eric, why didn't I think of it?
Know anybody named Banks?
Banks?
Eric Banks. Seems to be in our field.
Which university?
Doesn't say. Gives his home address.
I'll look him up.
Seems to be having a problem with sound voice patterns in Alsatians. Wonders if we can help. Nice letter.
Banks. He doesn't seem to be working in this country. He must be on an exchange.
Interesting. I think we should try and get him in. Seems to know what he's talking about.
They've invited you to the university.
For this afternoon. And if I want to, I can stay for sherry with Vice-Chancellor and dinner in hall.
That's brilliant. I never even thought you'd get a reply.
Yeah. I better get my notes and things.
Did you find anything out? About school?
School? The bullying. Oh, that.
Only it's happened again.
The other day he came back all wet.
As if he'd been thrown into a pond.
Yes.
He said a dog knocked him over.
But we don't believe that, obviously.
No.
You know about it?
Sort of.
All you have to do is give us a name.
It's not that simple, Mr. Banks. Look, there was a bit of a problem, but I think Eric's worked out how to deal with it. He just needs a bit of time.
John, Mr. Banks is here.
Good.
Yes. He's, younger than we thought.
Never be frightened of new blood, Claire. Let's hear what he has to say.
Would you like to come in?
Professor Nethercliffe?
Eric Banks.
I hope you don't mind, but I brought my friend Rachel.
How do you do?
It's very kind of you to see us, Professor. We were worried you'd be too busy.
I expect you can manage this one on your own, John.
What? Oh, thank you. Yes, well, now you're here. How can I help you?
It's just that we were passing the other day, and the woman downstairs said you were the world's greatest expert on barking.
Richie. That's what I have studied canine communication for some years. And what did you want to know?
Well, as I said in my letter, I've been looking into barking a bit myself. And there's something I don't understand.
Did you do this?
Yes, I'm sorry they're a bit messy.
Excuse me. Rosemary? Yes? Please ask Dr. Wilson to come in again for a moment. And these are
Well, those are the dialects.
dialects.
You should see all his notebooks. They're brilliant.
Thought you might like to see what our visitors have brought.
Yes, of course. Goodness. Where did all this come from?
It's Eric's. He did it all by himself.
Well, Rachel helped.
He's got all the vocal subdivisions, hasn't he? All the ETRs.
Yes.
The what?
Oh, what you call dogs' feelings, Eric. We call them emotional trigger responses, ETRs.
Oh.
Would you mind if I showed these to the rest of my team?
Well, I didn't really want to bother anybody else, Professor. I just came to ask.
I'm going to ring round the department, John, and I think some of the lab people will be interested in this as well.
Yes. Could we hear that one again?
The one where he's dropped in the pond?
No, the one before that.
The first warning.
You're saying that another dog would actually understand that that was a specific warning?
That's right.
How can you be so sure?
Well,
We've tried them out.
You mean you've done field trials as well?
well, more in the park, really.
That's most impressive. And it's all in these notebooks. May we see?
Of course.
Eric, have you seen the time?
What? Oh dear. I'm afraid we've got to go now.
Go?
Now?
It's my piano lesson, you see.
I can't tell you how grateful I am, Eric.
Professor, the real reason we came was that we wanted to ask you something.
Did you? I'm sorry. It's been such an exciting afternoon. Let's sit down here. Now then, fire away. I only hope I know the answer.
Well, while we were doing our recordings, we found one sound, and we're pretty sure we know what it means.
Would you like to hear it?
Yes, certainly. Now, that's an aggression bark, large dog dialect. Subdivision 3, I'd say. Rough translation. If you don't get the hell out of here, I'm going to tear your throat out.
That's what we thought.
So, what's the problem?
It doesn't work.
You see, we watched this dog saying exactly that to an Alsatian.
And picked him up and threw him in a pond.
Oh, dear. Small dog, was he?
Yes, he's quite.
Well, that makes sense. Let's take an analogy. If I were walking in town and told a group of Hell's Angels to get out of my way, it's just possible they might do it.
But they might just throw you in the pond.
Exactly. Just because your dog told the Alsatian to run away doesn't mean he'd do it. I think you would have been better off to have used a panic warning.
Yes?
If you told an Alsatian the place was on fire, that didn't make him run away. You couldn't stop him.
Of course. That's brilliant, Professor.
It's true in most walks of life, Rachel. If the other fellow's bigger than you, there's no point trying to face him head to head. What you have to do is to use your brains and find a way to even things up.
Yes. Yes, that's it. Oh, thanks, Professor. You've helped us a lot.
Have I? Oh, don't believe that for a moment. Still, nice of you to say so. And I'll be in touch about this talk you're giving next Thursday.
I think we should try it, Rachel.
Definitely. On the dog as well as the person.
Person? What do you mean?
Mr. Flint. Getting even, Eric. And I think there's one way we could do them both at the same time.
Now, let's not all get too heated. What exactly are your grounds for this protest, Ron?
Grounds? Well, look at him. I mean, just look at him. That's not a working dog.
No. No, but I'm afraid there's nothing in the schedule that says he has to be.
Well, you cannot allow it. You cannot allow that dog to take part in this competition.
I'm sorry, Ron, but unless he causes any trouble...
Oh, he will. I know this dog. He'll cause trouble.
Well, if he does, the judges, after due deliberation, will deal with it. Until then, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Oh, don't say I didn't warn you. That dog will make a laughingstock of the entire society.
He won't, will he?
Definitely not, Mr. Pritchard. He's just going over the rules now.
jolly bad luck, Sheila, but I'm sure Ben will make it next year.
Thank you very much.
And now, it gives me the greatest pleasure to award this trophy, our club championship cup, and a cheque for £100 to a quite remarkable team, Rachel Hobbs and Eric. It's the first time that I've ever heard of 100 points being awarded in a competition of this kind. Well done. And now, second prize and a book token go to a man who's done so much for our society and who isn't usually pipped at the post on these occasions. Our own secretary, Ronald Flint. Well done, Ron. And I'm sure he's as pleased as we are to be beaten by so worthy a winner. Isn't that right, Ron? Now, can we have all the winning dogs in the down position for the press photo?
I think now might be a good time, Eric.
Oh! Will you move in a little bit closer?
But not too loud. We don't want them all running away.
Oh! 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 Oh!
Heel, come back here! Heel!
I think you've cracked that one, Eric. Brilliant. Just brilliant.